जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधार्विक गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय। नित्यालल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज शिल गुरुदेव की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति प्रज्ञान केशव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत शिशिमार भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट महाभागवत श्रील गौर किशोर दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्ट वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। श्री रूपानु गौरीय गुरु वर्ग की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शिशिमार भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शिशिमार भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शिशिमार भक्ति दायित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शिशिमार भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। नित्याल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शिशिमार भक्ति रक्षक श्रीधर गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। Nityal Pravishtam Vishnupad, all the associates of Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, and all the disciples and followers of those associates ki jai. Jai Srila Baladev Vijayabhushan Prabhu ki jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki jai. Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunath, Shard Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Shri Sarup Damodar, Rai Ramanandari, Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. Naam Achay Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौड़ मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। जय अभिन्न वृंदावन श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपीश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। जय our dear Śrīpāda Bhakti Vedanta Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja ki jai. Jai. And all of the golden avatar students ki jai. Jai Shri Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shinitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Right, so we'll do a short Mangala Charan and then we will begin our extra special program today. Right. Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Nityanandaya Namo Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shiradhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vrindayai Tulsi Devai Priyayai Keshavascha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Satyavatai Namo Namaha. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chait Natavai Vasmi Tavai Vasmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigyaya Devi Twang Nayamang Charanantikam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshai Kshiptascha Kama Ditaranga Madhe Kripa Mai Tvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams, dear devotees. So today we have an extra special program. In just a few moments, we'll be hearing offerings from the Golden Avatar school children, and also hopefully from Dalia and Suval, and of course Korangi here with us. And yeah, I know Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, our Śrīpāda Bhaktivedanta Tridaṇḍī Maharaj. He had a very special affection for these children. For many, many years, he held very regular classes with them, lots of times in person and then also online, many programs every week. And he was guiding all these children personally and investing so much of his time and his heart in their growth. Actually, whenever I would go to see him, he would very often speak about these children, like how they were doing, what they were learning. And actually, especially, I remember he was very proud of Gorangi, who's with us right now. He'd always talk about how sharp she was and how she was able to just remember so much from, especially from Srimad Bhagavatam, like all the sequence of all the events that happened in each canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, all the chapter titles, all the summaries, and he is like especially proud of Gorangi and all of the children in the school. Um, and We just heard the other day, what is it, the day before yesterday, Krishna Kuruni Maharaj was on our program and he was talking about all the young children in Pokhara, where he is in Nepal. And he was talking to Tridaṇḍī Maharaj about, I forgot exactly what he said. He said, I have to leave to, I forgot, but he mentioned something about the students there. And then Tridaṇḍī Maharaj was like, oh, let's have a competition between my students in Navastī, the Golden Avatar School kids, and your kids there. We can and but it really, Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, he really wanted to see all these students really succeeding and shining, and so yeah. And I mean, as we know, we've been hearing from so many groups of devotees all over the world how he really, all different groups of devotees in different countries, people who even speak different languages, he wanted everyone to succeed. And he had this, but he had a special place in his heart for these children, these Golden Avatar School children. And so it only feels right that as we're having all these programs remembering him, that we also give these children the opportunity to express their gratitude and share something what they've received from him. So, yeah, I will hand it over. Oh, wait, one thing, I just forgot to acknowledge all the devotees who are joining the program right now. So, Pranams also Sham Prabhu, who's also helped so much, who's very involved with all the organization of the of the Golden Avatar School and so many things like that. And Gorangi's here on screen with us right now, and I think a lot of the students are sitting around her, next to her. Oh wow! Oh, but Sripal, Haribol. Yes, Haribol. Jai. And Dahlia, she's the one who runs the school. That's all her projects. Wow, so many devotees are there. Wow. Sorry, oh, wait, I'm talking and nobody can see them. But anyways, we'll see everybody very soon. Haribol Dahlia. Hare Krishna. And I see on Rasamanjari Didi's here with us. And on YouTube and Facebook, I see so many devotees there. Raseshwari Mataji, Hari Jagannath Prabhu, Ganga Mataji, Ananga Priya Didi, Dasharath Nanda Prabhu, Vraj Kishori Mataji, and so many other devotees. If you leave a comment, then I'll see your name. But I see lots of devotees are there on YouTube and Facebook. And also, pranams to all the devotees watching in the future, like um, Shachi Devi, Jayadev Prabhu, Krishna Vallabha Didi, Ananda Pradayani Didi, Anuradha Mataji, Vangshiwala Prabhu, Krishna Maya Didi, Madan Gopal Prabhu, and Vrinda Didi, so many other devotees. So Dandavat pranams to everybody. Thank you so much for joining. And I won't take up any more time. I already took up too much time. I'm going to hand it over now to Goranki.
Oh, me, actually, well, the way we used to do it with Gurudev anytime, we would give Pushpanjali, we would say youngest to oldest sequencing. So we would like to present our Pushpanjali in that way. Actually, our youngest members, best to give them chance first. I would love
One thing,
to.
Gorangi, the
Yes?
sound is a little bit not so clear.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, maybe it's better, yeah, if you speak closer into the mic. Perfect.
Okay, yes, I'll just be a
So
bit closer.
you said that you're going to I couldn't fully understand. Could you just repeat that? Yeah.
So back when Gurudev would give us classes and we would give any kind of Pushpanjali, he would say to do from youngest to oldest. So I would like to give the youngest to go first, because he's so small. He is. This is the Devapon. Devapon, you want to say how old are you? Introduce yourself. My name is Devapon and I read in class. So Devapon met Maharaj really young and he had some contact with him. And yes, and I think he will learn more about his relationship with Gurudev as he goes.
One thing, Gorangi, the sound is still a little bit muffled. Is
A
there
little bit.
yeah, is I wonder if there's like
Do you have like a headset or something they can put on when they speak?
Ah, a headset used for the headphones. Let's speak up stuff. Okay, if I speak like this, is it clearer?
It's still a bit unclear.
Still a bit unclear.
Yeah.
আমরা এক কাজ করি স্পিকারটা অফ করি
হ্যাঁ
ফ্যান অফ করে দিই
হ্যাঁ fan off করুন।
Yeah, it's the Bluetooth speaker, right? Sometimes those Bluetooth speakers don't have a good microphone. But I think on Zoom, you can have the speaker be that speaker, but then you can change the microphone. So maybe you could like make it.
Oh,
So you can still use the speaker, but
Right.
there's a setting for the microphone, separate.
Okay, okay. Well, we can still hear just as good, no problem. Can
Yeah,
you
your
hear
voice
us?
is your voice is very clear now. Perfect.
Okay, okay, that's great. Okay, okay. Okay. Yeah,
Could you repeat what your name is and how old you are?
Oh, well,
My name is Devarpan Sarkar and I read in class 3.
and you
And my age is now 9. Jai Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Today I offer my Pushpanjali to Sri Sri Bhaktivedanta Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja. At first, when I was 7, I met Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja. I was very happy for that I met him. And he was wearing saffron clothes and his skin color was peach pink. Then he was telling about the Vamana Avatara. I laughed when I heard that Vamana Avatara became so big that there was no space to keep his third step. Now then I recited a sloka to him. Shabai pumsham paro dharma yato bhakti radhokshaje ahaitu apratihata yayatma suprasiddhati. Every human's duty is to serve Krishna from his heart. If anyone does it continuously without any reason, his soul will get peace. Now then Maharaj gave me a chocolate. I was happy for the chocolate he gave me. Then he told, if you become the good boy, you will get chocolates every day. Then I am thanking Maharaj for he has taught us all the truths about our dharma. Vanchakalpa tarubhasya kripa sindhubhaya patitanang pavanebhya vaishnavebhya namo namaha.
So sweet. I know Tridaṇḍī Maharaj is so proud of these children, and we can see, like, yeah, thank you so much.
yes.
If I can just add something, Madhukar Prabhu, that Devapan, his parents are actually teachers themselves. They teach at one of the local Christian schools in Navadvip, but they wanted him to have a Gaudiya Vaishnava education. So when he came, he was already a very good singer and harmonium player. He's learning the mridanga now. It's accelerating so quickly. So it's really wonderful to see over the time he's been there. And I don't think he spoke much English as well when he arrived. So his English has really come along as well.
Yeah. Maharaj would call him my little friend.
Every time he come to classes and ask for him and ask like, where is my little friend?
Yeah, he would attend with us sometimes because he has school. So whenever he was free, he would sit with us in
Especially Saturday Bhagavatam
yes,
classes.
Bhagavatam class and like in Jaiva Dharma, and Maharaj was like, Jaiva Dharma, will he understand? And we're like, maybe he'll absorb something, Maharaj. And so yeah. Okay, so next, who was Angika? Yes, Angika, youngest.
Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga. Today I offering my Pushpanjali of Srila Tridaṇḍī Maharaj disappearance. When I first met Maharaj, I am only 10 years old. At that time, Maharaj used to teach classes on Srimad Bhagavatam and Jaiva Dharma. He took classes twice a week, and we used to eagerly wait for those 2 days. So I didn't learn so many things from his classes, and from his classes, I have some notes. I am gonna share with all of you. I want to talk about the 5 devotional moods of devotees. Shanta, peaceful mood. In the spiritual world of Vaikuntha, devotees serve God with faith and reverence, just like sages who meditate. This is called the peaceful mood. Dasya, servant mood. This is the mood of a being servant of God, where one serves him with devotion. Shakya, friendship mood. When devotion develops into a friendly relationship with God, it is called Shakya Rasa. Vatsalya, parental affection. This is called loving mood of a parent to a child. For example, the affection of Nanda Mahāraja and Jashoda Maiya for Krishna. Madhurya, conjugal love. This is the highest stage of rasa. The relationship between Srimati Radharani and Krishna is an example of this mood. These 5 types of rasa, through which our permanent loving mood is established with the Supreme Lord. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhulila 20:108. জীবেরও স্বরূপ হয় কৃষ্ণ নিত্য দাস কৃষ্ণেরও ততস্থ শক্তি ভেদা বেদ প্রকাশ meaning it is the living entity's constitutional position to be an eternal servant of Krishna because he is the marginal energy of Krishna and a manifestation simultaneously Krishna with one different from the Lord, like a molecular particle of sunshine or fire. Krishna has 3 varieties of energy. From where I belong to, such knowledge is not cultured. So this education is completely new to me. So I feel very grateful to receive it. Pancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu eva cha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Wonderful.
Next, Swastika will share something.
Hari Bol. Joy Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. On the occasion of the disappearance day of Sri Tridaṇḍī Swami Maharaj, I am offering my Pushpanjali. I am offered my heartfelt obeisance to Tridaṇḍī Swami Maharaj and would like to speak about the invaluable teaching I have received. From the time I joined the Gurukul, I have been attending Maharaj classes. From the very beginning, I felt a unique and deep connection with him, and still I feel it. Every week, I would eagerly wait for those 2 days, about thinking when Maharaj would come so that I could learn something new from him. With that excitement, I would happily attend the classes. Among the teaching I received from him, I would to share those that deeply touched my heart. Maharaj taught us about Jiva Tattva. From that, I learned that the Jiva is the soul, and the nature of the soul is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. The Jiva originates from the marginal energy Tatastha Shakti of the Lord Krishna. Whether we turn toward Maya or toward God depend on us. We have turned toward Maya and exist to here. We require a body. From Maharaj, I also learned that the body of 2 types, subtle and gross. Subtle body is made of 3 elements, mind, intelligent, and false ego. Gross body is made of 5 elements, earth, air, fire, water, and ether. Then I learned also who is God. Why should we establish a relationship with Him? We are the eternal servant of God. Bhakti. We can establish a relationship with Him. Bhakti is main path by which we can understand God, serve Him, and form a relationship with Him. When Maharaj explained these things classes, I felt some very deep within as if I known for him very long time. I also learned from him about 5 types of consciousness and dharma. Consciousness is of 5 types. Achhadita chetana, covered consciousness. Sankuchita chetana, contracted consciousness. Mukulita chetana, budding consciousness. Vikashita chetana, blossoming consciousness. And Purna Vikashita chetana, fully blossomed consciousness. Regarding dharma, I learned that there are 2 types, Nitya dharma, eternal duty, and Nitya naimittik dharma, external duty. In our eternal relationship with God, there should be no selfish desire. One should act only for what pleases God, without considering personal intention. That is Nitya dharma, which never diminishes. I can glad to learn of this from Maharaj. It has a big impact of change my life. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhayeva cha patitanang pavonebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Jai. Wow. So nice.
Next is Polly.
Haribol. Joy Shri Shri Guru Goranga. Today I am giving Pushpanjali about Srila Tridaṇḍī Swami Maharaj disappearance day. I am Polly, student of Golden Avatar Gurukul. After coming to this Gurukul and attending Maharaj classes, I would like to offer my Pushpanjali about the things that I have appreciated. In Maharaj classes, we have discussed many topics. Maharaj has taught and explained many things to us very beautifully. Really, I feel very fortunate to have received the opportunity to attend classes from Maharaj. After coming to this Gurukul and studying Jaiva Dharma and Srimad Bhagavatam under Maharaj, I have learned many things about God, that the Supreme Lord can only be known by His mercy. He is all-powerful and the source of all energies. And Krishna's energy is Srimati Radharani. In Maharaj classes, we discussed many sloka and he explained them very nicely. Among them, one verse I liked very much is Radha Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shaktiman, Dui Bostu Bhetne Shastri Praman. Radha is the complete energy and Krishna is the possessor of full energy. There is no difference between Radha and Krishna. Although they have separate forms, they are one. And this is established in the scriptures. When we discuss philosophical truths in Maharaj class, 2 aspects of sadhana come before us: Aishwarya, majesty, and Madhurya, sweetness. I explain first of all Aishwarya. Aishwarya refers to those who are dependent on Krishna, such as Krishna as the king of Dwaraka, where he is the symbol of opulence and power. Secondly, Madhurya. Madhurya refers to those upon whom Krishna depends, such as Krishna in Vrindavan, where he is the embodiment of love, beauty, and divine pastimes. What do we need in order to understand God? We learned this in Mahārāja classes, where he taught and explained everything clearly. Sambandha Gyan, knowledge of our relationship with God, Avidya Tattva, the process or path to approach God. Through these classes, we learned that we must perform steady daily sadhana. Prayojan, the ultimate goal. If I know God and the path to approach Him, then what is my purpose in relating with Him? That purpose is prajana. From all this, we learned that Sambandha Gyan helps us understand our relationship with God. After understanding that relationship, what we should do is shown by Avidya and Prajan. Finally, what is our goal? Our goal is love for Krishna. We should serve God selflessly without any selfish motive. Those who serve God without selfish desires are pure devotees. Those who perform devotion for liberation are not pure devotees. All that we have learned has come from the Mahārāja. Through their blessing and mercy. Really, I felt very fortunate to have learned so much about God, and for that I am eternally grateful to Mahārāja. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuva evacha patitanang pavanam vaishnavabhyo namo namaha.
Jai Ho, wow. Oh, all these students, you see how like the Srimad Bhagavatam, Rasa Tattva, Jiva Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, all the different levels of consciousness, Bhagavad Tattva, Radha Krishna Tattva, Aishwarya Madhurya, everything. It's like so he made everything so clear to all the students. And I remember like going to a program and some like right now they're a little bit prepared, but sometimes you just ask them any random question and they'd be able to answer like that, right on the spot. So it's really amazing how
He's like
These
that.
girls are 16 years old, give or take a year. They'll be about 15, 16 years old as well. So the last couple of years they've been learning this from young age. I can't remember what I was doing at that age, but it wasn't this.
Yeah, he would sometimes tell us, "Oh, I will, like test you on Bhagavatam," and then we get there, and then he would be like, "Okay, tell me this from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu," and we're like, "What?"
I remember there was one time Sajjan Maharaj came to the Gurukul and he was trying to, I guess, like give the children a quiz, but they just got all the answers straight away. He was quite shocked by the end because they just answered everything so quickly.
Yeah. Okay, ¿qué va a hacer? Monmita. So next one, Mita will share something.
Radhe Radhe. Joy Sri Sri Guru Gauranga. Today I am giving Pushpanjali about Srila Tridhaṇḍī Swami Maharaj of his disappearance day. Ever since I came to Golden Avatar Gurukul, it has been my great fortune to be able to attend his classes. Before I joined his classes, I have no idea of my real identity, of my dharma, and our relationship with God and who God really is. And after doing his classes, all of my questions were answered. I took a lot notes from his classes. At the very beginning, he said to all of us that we are a devotee. He recognized us in his way. When he said this, it gives me so much confidence in my heart. His trust in us gives me the strength to be better every day. Gurudev taught that the appearance of Sri Krishna and his activities are all divine. Janma karma chame divyam. He always emphasized that without the guidance of a bona fide guru, one cannot understand the truth of Shastras. It is true that Guru and Gaurango are non-different, for he is the representative of God himself. Guru Krishna রূপ হলো শাস্ত্রের প্রমাণে গুরু রূপে কৃষ্ণ কৃপা করেন ভক্তগণে. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of spiritual master, delivers his devotees. Fallen souls like us, however, are carry many anarthas. Even so, Gurudev inspired us to practice our devotion. He always said that externally worshipping God, that why only doing Vaidhi Bhakti? One cannot awaken spontaneous attraction towards the lotus feet of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. In this material world, there is material happiness and distress. However, in our eternal home, they are only happiness. If there is any obstacle in our path of bhakti, then Guru and Krishna remove all such obstacles, if your heart is sincere. That's why we should start practicing loving devotion from now. Without wasting time, in our Bhumandal, Jambudip is greatest. Within this Jambudip, our Bharatvarsh is foremost. And within Gaurbhumi, our Navadvip Mandal is most blessed. I am eternally grateful and extremely lucky to have come in contact with this sacred land, and I am even more grateful to have received the guidance and more grateful to have Guru like him. For he is not only dear Guru, but he also expanded himself to us in many forms. Sometimes he was like a mother asking about our family member and will be about the different activities we did. He asked about our achievement, about our learning. He would give us many tasks, and once we completed them, he congratulated us with greatest joy, just like a mother excited for her children. Sometimes he would talk like us, our dearest friend. I felt this especially when he would be answering my queries. He would talk to me so casually, just like a friend. I feel so fortunate to have Guru like him. Vancha kalpataruvasya kripa sindhuve vacha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Her name is Manmita, and Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja used to say Manmita means like friend of the heart. They used to call her friend of the heart.
Oh, so sweet.
Yes.
And so beautiful, Guru Tattva, Sadhan Tattva, and the glories of Navadvip. And then, oh, such a beautiful offering. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, what is? Oh, Raganuga. Here we have Raganuga.
Dandavad. Jai Shri Guru and Gauranga. I am offering my Pushpanjali on the lotus feet of Srila Bhaktivedanta Tridaṇḍī Goswami Maharaj on his disappearance day. So when I first met with him in Surabhi Kunja, I was only 12 years old. And when he saw me, I saw him, I realized that he's not an ordinary person. There is something special on him. And when, as soon as he saw me, he said, "You are not this material body. You are the eternal servant of Srimati Radharani and Shri Krishna." And every time he used to tell everybody that you are not this material body. You are the your real identity is the servant of Srimati Radharani. And he gave me the name Raganuga, which means one who follows the path of Rag. And Also, he always tells the verse Anya Vilashita Sunyam Gyana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulena Krishna Anushilanam Bhaktiruttama, which means without any material desires, dry knowledge, and desires of fruitive activity or some mystic powers, one should only do what is favorable for Krishna continuously, and that is called topmost. And uh, Gurudev was Gurudev used to tell this first class bhakti. And also in the Jaiva Dharma class in the 19th chapter, there is telling that sadhan bhakti is nothing without the goal to attain bhav bhakti. And because the ultimate goal of bhakti is bhav bhakti, and there is a slok that nitya shuddha Krishna prem sadhya kobu noy shravanadi shuddha chitte karave uday. It means the pure bhakti is always in one's heart, but you need someone, some saints, and to nourish that bhav bhakti. And as soon as we practice here and chanting, the impurities of heart will go away, and the pure bhakti will arise in our heart. And in my life, I got Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja as the Shiksha Guru, and with his touch, my life has fully changed. And he always look us as a hearted friend, not as a guru and disciples. He always tries to pull us to the higher stage of bhakti. And he gave me a set of Bhagavatam I have in my house. And when he was giving this Bhagavatam, he told me that you need to preach or in your locality the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. And when now I see the Bhagavatam, I can feel the presence of him. And I especially can remember those days when Puri, we all the students of Golden Avatar Gurukul spent a week with him and spent a lots of time. And he can be gone from this material body, but his teachings, his associations would be there in my heart during my whole life. Yes, Mancha Kalpataruvascha Kripa Sindhu Bhavacha Patitanang Pavanabha Vaishnava Namo Namah.
Did you say you all traveled to Puri together with
Yes.
Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja? Oh, wow. So nice. I didn't know about that. Wow.
We were together in Puri, yes.
Yeah, he showed us all the Puri parikrama.
Yes.
He took us for a beautiful parikrama, 7 days
Wow.
in Puri a month.
Yes.
Wow,
As soon as we got there was like no resting. Let's go now. He was so excited. Like, I want to show you all these places. And then yes, we went. It was amazing. Okay,
Yeah,
so now
that's
it's
so
to
beautiful.
Michael.
Thank you. They all have such a well-rounded understanding of all our Gaudiya philosophy. It's just so, yeah, so everything that we've learned from Gurudev, it's yeah, really, really inspiring.
Dandavad. Hari Bol.
Sorry, this is Sumanga, probably. Sumanga, introduce yourself.
Hari Bol Shyamda. Jai Sisi Guru and Gauranga. Guruve Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. First of all, I pay my obeisances to our Gurudev Nityalila Prabhupada Vishnupad Ashtautara Satasi Srimad Bhaktivedanta Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And then I pray my Ananta Koti Dandavat Pranam to Sri Nityalila Srila Tridaṇḍī Goswami Maharaj. And also I pay my Dandavat Pranams to all the Vaishnavis and Vaishnavas here. So I was a 13-year-old boy first when I meet with Maharaj, and I never saw Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj in my eyes, but I saw him, and seeing him I felt that he is not an ordinary, must be someone special. And first when we meet, he was so happy to see me, like a little boy. He's attending his classes, and doing what he's wanted to do. And it is really hard to believe that is not physically present here, but I can feel whenever I hear his recordings of Jaiva and Bhagavatam classes with him, I can feel that his presence in with us always. So yeah, and so I'm going to share a personal experience with him. Like when he was living in Surabhikunj, we heard that one day he got a little bit of sick. So then Dalia Didi sent me and Aditya Gowda to his place, and I still remember, like, although he's sick, but seeing me and Aditya Gowda, he gets so excited and saying like, do this, doing the, like, do your seva. And we are so happy, like, although he's sick, how can a person get so happy by seeing us, like yeah. And that time Srila Tridaṇḍī Maharaj had a little bit of chest pain, and he said me to bring medicine from the shop. And I was a little boy, I don't know anything, like how can I do, but he knows that I can do it. So then I went to the medicine shop, and I told the shop owner about Maharaj's health condition, and he gave me a medicine. And I never saw Tridaṇḍī Maharaj having allopathic medicine. So the first day I saw him, that he's taking allopathy medicine and having that medicine, he said, now I feel a bit better. Now my chest pain is gone. And hearing this, I feel so relieved at that day. So, and I feel so happy that I did something that, you know, feel so happy.
They're
And
staying 7 days with Maharaj.
yes,
Day and night.
day and night.
7 days.
Wait,
Yeah.
you lived with Maharaj for 7 days in
Yes,
Goduru?
yes, yes.
Wow.
And every
Just
day
you and him, just you two, huh? Like no one else?
yeah. And like after sleeping at night, I can like 3 or 4 hours later, I can hear his footsteps coming and going like
You see, you guys are same room.
yeah, in the same room. I was sleeping on the floor and he's on his bed. So then I got up and get fresh, and every day me and Maharaj went to parikrama from Surabhikunj Mandir and then to the ghat. And while walking every day, he used to tell so many stories, pastimes, and also some harikatha. And also then when we came back, we used to come and he used to give us prasad. And I can tell like how the prasad is so tasty. Like I can remember the taste now also.
Cook for himself.
Yeah, and while this time I spent with him, I feel like there is one slope that describe him, and from the Srimad Bhagavatam, like Titik Shava Karunika Suhida Sarvadehina Ajata Satravas Santa Sadhava Sadhubhushana. The meaning of this sloka is a symptoms of a sadhu is he is really potential, and he is really friendly to all living entities, and he always will show you the path to your bhakti marg. And I can feel that he is the living example of this sloka. I can really feel, and I am really fortunate to have him as our Shiksha Guru. Yeah. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patinaṃ pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namah.
Yeah, that was so sweet. Thank you. Haribo.
Yeah. Dandavats.
Dandavats. Wow, that was amazing. I'm starting to get some understanding why Tridaṇḍī Maharaj is so proud of all the students there. It's really just so like amazing. Like how just yeah, what I was saying before, like they have such a well-rounded understanding of all the different points of our Gaudiya philosophy. And yeah, wow.
Yes. He loved everyone. He loves everyone very much. Okay. Dandavats, everyone. So, Jai Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. My Gurudev, he's the kind of person that believes in everyone, regardless of your good and bad qualities. He believes in you. Even if you don't yourself, you don't believe in yourself, he knows that you will do it. He's waiting for you. Kind of like a mother waiting for their child to take their first steps. At first, it doesn't look like walking at all, but they're still excited. At least they're doing something. And my Gurudev is exactly like that. He's so excited, even if we do a little something, anything. To be honest, if somebody has to understand how great of a teacher, how great of a personality he is, I think it's important to understand how many lives he is changing as well. And everybody is different. Everybody's different. Everybody has good and bad qualities, including myself. I'm not like this. I was never like whatever I am now. It is his blessing. Otherwise, I was not like this. When I was younger, I was very stubborn. I was very arrogant. And perhaps I still have some of those anarthas till now. But I know that he gave me the way to be able to clean these things at my own pace. He gave me that direction. He gave me that love and that confidence. And yes, when actually at the very small and young age, I was like 5 years old, and I had gone to the West for 4 years in Venezuela. Those 4 years that I spent in the West, I met many different kinds of people. People that would talk and say that there is no soul, the soul doesn't exist. After you die, there's nothing. That's it. Or people that would say that after you die, there's only either heaven or hell. There's nothing. You either go this way or that way. And then there would be people that would call themselves the so-called awakened spiritualist souls that have uncovered the truths of India. And the truth is, we are all God. And when I would hear these things, I would just think, what are these people saying? Because I have never grown up to hear these things. I would mostly spend my time with my great-grandmother. And she is like the cousin sister of Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Mahārāja. So she would tell me many things like the soul is eternal. So it never made sense that we die and there's nothing. Of course, there's something where the soul, we're continuing. The body stays, but we are continuing. She would also say that depending on what we do in our whole entire life, it's going to decide what destination we reach. So we have to be very careful. She would always tell me things like these. And so I would think, surely there is more destination than just heaven and hell. This doesn't make sense. And the thought of being God, everybody being God, was just ridiculous to me. I would not even be able to like filter whatever they're saying to me. It was just like a big wall I would create around myself. I'll try to argue with these people, try to convince them and be like, no, this is not it. This is not it. But it was only because I was really small. I was what, 6, 7 years old. And I just was very argumentative. And it was around that time that I developed this really strong shell and wall around me, that I was really cautious of whatever everybody said. Are they saying the truth? What are they saying? Where are they saying it from? Can I trust this? I was very guarded regarding that matter. But when I, for the first time, met Gurudev in Surabikunj, and he was speaking about his own Gurudev, in that second, in that very second, my walls just shattered. And I knew that this person is telling the truth. In that moment, I could feel that I had no room for questioning, not even a single syllable uttered from his lips. I had no room. There was no space for questioning. Is this the truth or not? I knew it. I could feel it inside of me that this person is saying the truth. There are instances like from my childhood, I've sat in different harikathas, and people, when they do say, they give harikathas, Often there are some people that are displaying their archive of knowledge. And then there are people that are a bit nervously jittering and, seeking for approval. And am I saying the right thing? Is this what it should be said? But I can't feel a connection when they're saying those words. There's no heart. But when I saw his way of expressing, there was heart. And he wasn't saying anything from his own. It was not his speculation. It was nothing like that. It was his own realization, the cultivation of his life experience. And he would only say all the things that Param Gurudev was saying. He was preserving the words of Param Gurudev. He said nothing more and nothing less of what every single thing Param Gurudev would teach him, and he would share all of these beautiful jewels with us. That is the kind of teacher he is. He can crumble your walls. He will in an instant change you. He's just the kind of person, if doesn't matter whatever you are, if you go in front of him, you change. I remember in Surabhi Kunj, before he went to live in the Surabhi temple mandir, he was renting a place, a house, and he was living there. And near that, like quite literally next to his house, there was a drunken man that would cause trouble every day at night and would just like shout out and cause trouble and break bottles and just make chaos. But in the morning, Gurudev would go every day to his house, preach to him, give him Bhagavad Gita, give him many different kinds of books. He had these short Jaiva Dharma books. He would give those books and he would converse with him for an hour or two in his house about all the devotional topics. And the drunken men would very eagerly receive those knowledges and very eagerly take all of his teachings. And they would have conversations, and he would do this every day. And every single day at night, again, he would start his, troublemaking. And it was around this time. So I had the wall, but I also had this sense of justice, like it's either right or wrong. It's black or white. You're not, there's no middle spectrum really. If you're wrong, that's wrong. And if you're right, that's right. And that's it. And when I would see things like this, I would think, why is he tolerating so much? Why doesn't he say something? Why is he still giving him a chance when he knows this man will do the same thing again? He knows that this will happen again, yet he goes to him every single time. Every single time he's so sweet to him. Why? And I also had this same, I thought the same with my mom as well, because she is so forgiving with children. And some of the children they have some habits, and they would keep on repeating the same habits. And my mom would just be always so forgiving. And also my Gurudev, so forgiving. And I would be like, but they're wrong. You have to say something. I'm like about 13, 14 around that time. And I used to think that, but I never got the courage to actually ask him. And after that, I had taken Diksha when I was stepping on 16. So it was like, I think on my birthday or one day after my birthday. It was like really close. And so on the day of my Diksha, he asked me, do you have Harinam? I said, no. He said, you don't have Harinam. You have to take it now. So I took Harinam from him. I took Shiksha from him, and I took Diksha from him. He truly is everything that I have. Everything that I am today is his mercy, really. And after I had received the Diksha, and our first class of Bhagavatam that followed after I took Diksha, I finally thought after class, I will ask him, why is he so kind? Why does he do this? But when I went to ask him, I was still very nervous. And instead of saying you, I referred to myself. So then I said, a lot of injustice happens to me, and I really want to say something about it. What should I do? And so then he said, and I knew he understood that I was meaning him. And he said that the duty, the staff of justice is not in our hands. That is in the hands of Yamaraj. That is his duty. Our duty is to connect with the current of our Guru Vargya and lovingly serve them, is to make a loving connection with them. That is our duty. And he said that don't think that when I say love, it's just, oh, I love you and that's it. Love is a verb. You have to do it yourself. You have to practice it. It is something that has to be done, not as just a word that, oh, I have some sentiment inside of me. It's not, and he was saying it's not a wishy-washy thing. A lot of people tend to have this. They're like, oh, I have so much sentiment. Yes, you have sentiment, but what have you done? How have you shown your love? And love is an action. And that's what he said in that moment. And in that moment, my question was really just evaporated. And I was thinking, my goodness, this person is so kind. How is he so kind? And his smile when he was saying it, I was thinking that I need to always preserve that smile. Always, it needs to be there. I need to do things to make him proud, to make him happy. So, yes, I always had felt like his smile was just the greatest blessing. And yeah, and to this point, I think I kind of wrapped my head around it with knowledge regarding the fact, like, okay, yes, they're really kind and they're just like special people. That's why they're able to do this. And I just kind of wrapped my head around it. And with a very, I understood it with my knowledge, but not really perceived it with my own heart. It wasn't really understood or like realized. It wasn't really felt. And I think I felt it the most when I realized that he was no longer present physically in this world, and the impact that he had on everyone. And I realized in this moment that if this person did not give the love that he did, all of us would be lost. If he did not pour himself like he did, the words of our Guru Varga would not have been preserved, would have not been there. It could not have continued if he didn't give it to us. If he didn't, regardlessly, give it to us. That is just the kind of person that he is. He's a Vaishnava. They say a Vaishnava is Adosha Darshi. And I in that moment understood he actually saw no faults in others. That's why he had this, like fixed determination. Every day he would go and preach, regardless of your good and bad qualities, because he only saw the good qualities. He wasn't even looking at the bad qualities. It wasn't not even existent. In his last class, he was saying that the residents of Raj are non-judgmental. They don't even know anything except love. The only thing they know is love. And he's like that too. The only thing he knew was love. He wasn't respecting others because it's something you have to do, or because it's good to do, or because he by default had it. But rather he was respecting other because it was a symptom of his love. And he always said that respect is a symptom of love. And although at that moment I understood it with knowledge, now I see it with my eyes, that he respected because he loved. The foremost thing was love. The goal wasn't respect for him. The goal was love for him to begin with. That's why he poured himself. That's why he gave it to everybody, regardless, because he only loved them. And it didn't matter whatever bad qualities or anything. His love mattered more. And Jaiva Dharma, last class also we were doing, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was saying tarka, argument is useless. And truly, argument is so small when it comes to in front of love. Love is so big. Argument is probably like a particle, whereas love is even greater than the sun. It's expanding. It's unlimited. And something that is limited holds nothing in comparison. It is nothing. It has nothing. And another verse that I would like to share from the Srimad Bhagavatam, from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is Adi Lila 8:62. Yes. And it is, Vaishnaver গুণ গ্রাহী না দেখায় দোষ কায় মনোবাক্য করে বৈষ্ণবকে সন্তোষ Vaishnava santosh. So this shlok is saying that the Vaishnavas, they only accept the good qualities of everyone. They don't see the bad qualities, and with their mind, words, and their own body, they try to please other Vaishnavas. My Gurudev is like that too. He didn't see the faults in me. He only saw the good qualities. And whenever he saw us, he was so eager to please us. He was so eager to arrange everything for us. Did you have prasadam? Okay, let's get you prasadam. Okay, we need you to get a place to sit. Everything. Do you have these books? So eager to always make us happy. Even that drunken man, he was so eager to give him that. I remember he would say that I give all these books because I know that somebody in that family in some generation will open it and they will see the pictures and they'll be like, wow, what is this? So he thought ahead. Whereas I am blind. I really didn't see things until now. But he saw so much far ahead. He saw what we couldn't. And I am really grateful to my Gurudev that he gave us this love. He taught me everything. He taught me to play in the harmonium, some tunes, the Mahamantra tunes, and then he taught me the Damodar Ashtakam and Kripakataksha Bhajanam tunes. And then I remember we mopped the floor together once. He was teaching me how to mop the floor. And I was mopping the floor and he's like, give me, look, it's like this. And so then we were mopping together and he said, you do that side, I do this side. So we mopped the floor together and he even cooked for us. And he would feed us whatever he had cooked. Whenever we went to Surabhi Kunj, he would like eagerly want to share, look, I made this today, and would be like, yes, sure. So that kind of special sweetness is really rare. And if he hadn't given this love, I wouldn't have understood not even a drop of what love is. At least I can understand what it feels like to be loved. It is really, that is how it works. He was saying in the last class that we're like wood. We have the capacity to be burned, but it won't be set on fire until you come in contact with fire. And fire, in that fire is Guru. If he didn't love us, I wouldn't be loved. It's as simple as that. And how would I not, if I'm not loved, how can I share love? He said, you have to be excited about our teachings, about everything, about all the jewels in our Guru Varga. We need to be excited in order to give excitement, he was saying. So we need that. We need to be loved. How can we give love? How can we give excitement if we don't have anything of it? First, we need to feel that love. And he really gave that love to everybody unconditionally. Everyone, every devotee, even people that don't even know his name, like that drunken person. He would give it to everyone equally and make them feel seen and make them feel loved. And he really is just like Param Gurudev. He preserved all of Param Gurudev's words and he kept it safe. And then he gave it to the hands of all of these millions of devotees that are now thinking of him. He gave it to everybody. And that is how amazing my Gurudev is. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu vaivascha paditanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Wow, Jai, that was really like one of the most inspiring out of all these programs. This is like one of the, yeah, just thank you so much. And really, yeah, just that point how he really like genuinely deeply believes in you. and doesn't care about any of your good or bad, right or wrong, but the compassion of the Vaishnavas and how you explained that with through our Shastra. It's yeah, and that was just so, yeah. Thank you so much. And really, you have you have a lot of potential. I think like you just yeah, like your speaking is just very strong and articulate and clear and confident, but also just straight from the heart. So I think I think Tridaṇḍī Maharaj would be really happy if you continue like presenting and speaking like that, because you really have a lot of potential, I think, to do something really
He
nice.
said, whenever he would ask me questions, like,
Mhm.
you said, like, he would suddenly ask from different areas. And I would be like, oh my God, okay, I think it was this. And then he's like, don't say I think, say I know. And he would be like that. You have to be sure of what you're saying, never hesitating.
And so he helped inspire that confidence in you, yeah? Like
Everything from the words that I'm saying, to the way that I'm saying it, to with the mood that I'm saying it, including the assembly that I have now that you're giving, is everything his blessing. Everything. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
I really liked the points that you mentioned that he taught you, like how the staff of justice is not in our hands. Our duty is just to make a loving connection with our Guru Varga. That's yeah, so many beautiful points. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next is Aditya Gaur. So I'll give.
Hi, Bol. Jai Sisi Guru Gauranga. First of all, I give my obeisances to our Gurudev, Srila Nitya Vishnu Vishnuvat, Ashtatra Shatya Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and our Shiksha Guru, Srila Bhaktivedanta Tridaṇḍī Swami Maharaj. Today I am giving Pushpanjali for the Disappearance Day of our Shiksha Guru, Srila Bhaktivedanta Tridaṇḍī Swami Maharaj, and I am sharing my personal experience with him. He is our Shiksha Guru and instructor of our Bhakti Marg. So I remember one day, the day he gave me my holy name, Aditya Gaura, the day and also he gave me a Bhagavad Gita, and he's look at me for few seconds and say, Gaura, Aditya Gaura, I will not take your first name. That's given by your parents, so I will not take your first name, but you will be Aditya Gaura. And he gave me this Bhagavad Gita. I have that, and he wrote my name in it, if you can see, and he gave me this book. It's been 8 years. He gave me my name, holy name, and that's so special for me. Also, he's teaching us by Srimad Bhagavatam and by Jaiva Dharma. He giving his every knowledge he have through these classes. And he always said to us, what is the real goal of this life? This we take birth and die. This not our real goal. Our real goal is Radha Dasyam. He always telling us this. And he's the one in the last class, he always told us sloka that is Sarva Dharma Parityaja Mamekam Saranam Vaja Ahang Tang Sarva Papavya Mokshashami Masucha. The meaning of this verse is Sarva Dharma Parityaja means abandon all the religions, formal religions, duties, principles, and Mamekam Saranam Vaja means worship Lord Krishna. His mom means Sri Krishna. And Aham Tam Sarva Papebhya Mokshashami Masucha. Meaning is me, the Lord Krishna himself, take away all the sins and karmas in you have this life and other lives. So in the last class, he's telling these sloks twice of explaining about Sharanagati. He's telling us Sharanagati is a stage, not the bhakti, pure bhakti. Sharanagati is stage. He explained that if we dressed well and standing on the road, it's really we are doing something. No, we have to go and work for it. That is, we are dressed is like Sharanagati, we get dressed, but we have to work. That is Prem Bhakti. Also, he's telling Prem Bhakti is not in this material body, we can't do Prem Bhakti. We have to focus on Bhav Bhakti. That will take us step by step ahead to Prem Bhakti. And also, as a story, I remember when I think that I can be alone by myself and leave this place and for a while, and he's searching for me, and where is Gaura? And when I'm outside, I'm few months later, I realized that how stupid the decision is. I am remembering that how is Mahārāja is this place, how is Didi Dada. I'm always remembering them. And when after I'm thinking every day that, but after few months, I realized that I have to come. I can't stay in this samaj, And then I came back, and he hears that Mahārāja hears that I am came back, and he's the happiest person. Yeah, when he hear I am come back, and I can't explain how happy he is. He's so excited and saying, Gaura, you come back, we miss us. Why are you? How are you? And I can't remember how many times he takes my name. And that day I realized how foolish the decision is to leave this place, leave Mahārāja's Mahārāja's Ashirwad, the blessings he gives me, the place he taught me everything. The foolish decision if my life is leaving this place. That day I realized. And the love he gave me on that day by telling my name so many times, I cannot forget the day till my death, I think. And he will always remains in our hearts. That's all my Pushpanjali for today. Thank you for giving me to speak. Thank you, Prabhu. Vancha kalpatarigya kripa sindhu vacha patitanang pavanavo vaishnavabhyo namaha. Thank you.
Jai. That's really inspiring to hear also the last point you're making. Like, no matter we might leave, we might go any other direction or anything, but then, and we will go through so much difficulty, but then whenever we come back, the Vaishnavas are there with open arms, ready to embrace us. And so, thank you. That was very, very heartfelt, beautiful.
He's your neighbor also. You remember him?
Yes, of course.
In your home.
Yes.
He lives just front of your house.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Of course. How could I have? Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Next, Gatra? Dharmaraj. Yeah.
Dandavad. Jai Shri Guru Gauranga. The 20th of March marked the disappearance day of Bhaktivedanta Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja. On this occasion, I offer my Pushpanjali for his lotus feet. Tasmad Gurum Prapadeta Jigashu Sreya Uttamam Shabde Parecha Nishnam Tam Brahman Upasamasraham. Our true Guru is one who has knowledge of all Shastra and who can provide accurate explanatory answers to all manner of questions. Any individual looking for true happiness should take shelter in such a Guru. I have always understood our Gurudev, Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj, from Tridaṇḍī Maharaj's teachings. Everything that I know is from him. Srila Tridaṇḍī Maharaj was our Shiksha Guru. He taught us Srimad Bhagavatam, Jaiva Dharma sloks. He taught me Trinadopi Shunichena, Tararopi Shoishnuna, Amanena Manadena, Kirtaniya Shadahari. One who thinks himself lower than the grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, and who does not expect personal honor, yet is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily always chant the holy name of the Lord Krishna. And also he always taught me Shraddha Shabder Bishwash Kare Sudhiro Nishchay Krishna Bhakti Korile Sarva Karma Pita Hai. Shraddha is confident, firm faith that by rendering service to Krishna, one automatically performs all subsidiary activities. Such faith is favorable to the discharge of devotional service. Also, he always taught me our Sharup. I am not Raja, I am Krishna Nityadas. He all time said when we are meet, and also he called me Dharmaraj, and he would always tell me to follow the spiritual path of that's why he called always Dharmaraj. He gave me a kartal to play kirtan and Srimad Bhagavatam to read. According to me, Narayan Goswami is the eye, then Tridaṇḍī Maharaj is the vision within it. He always imparted Gurudev's teachings to us. Panchakalpataruvasya kipasindevaccha patitanang pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo namo. Dhandavad.
Dhandavad. I didn't know you got the name Dharmaraj. Cool, very nice. Thank you. That was very nice.
Thank you.
Whenever Maharaj come to Navadvip from Surabikund, Dharmaraj has a toto. Sometimes he comes with the toto, sometimes with Shubhal's kuti. So Dharmaraj, very Maharaj's, Sarathi. And he is also your neighbor, Madhukar. He is also your neighbor.
Yes. I know. I've seen, and I've seen Dharmaraj riding the toto sometimes, like at Devananda Gaudiya Math. I saw him taking a group of people there. Yes, very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Raja Raj is next.
Dhandavad.
Dhandavad, Hari Bol.
You know me? Okay, Dhandavad everyone. And Jai Sri Guru Gauranga. So, Mother Prabhu, you know me from my childhood and you know me as a Raj. But in this Gurukul, whenever I meet with Maharaj, our Maharaj give me a name. That was Brajraj Das. So, after that time, everyone calling me Brajraj Das. So that is my spiritual name. So hereby I want to share some experience with Maharaj, and I want to share some feelings that our Maharaj, I always feel our Maharaj never let us. He always with us. Our Maharaj is our Shiksha Guru, and he teaches a lot of Bhagavad Gita, slokas, and spiritual life. And he teaches how to connect our soul to spiritual life, and he teaches a lot of things. When I hear our Maharaj is leave his physical body, at the time I feel very sad, and I just suddenly stop down, and I'm thinking that we lose a big banyan tree. The banyan tree give us shadow and protecting us, but after some time I recall one slok from Bhagavad Gita that na jayatem niyate va kadachin nayang bhavati bhutva bhavte manav bhutva na hannate hannamane shariram. This slok says me that our body can be died. It's not permanent in everyone, but our soul is permanent. It never dies, and our soul never burns. Our soul is changing his body. Like sometimes we saw a snake, he changed his skin. Like same, our body can be changed, but our soul is permanent. So after hearing this slok, and I feel that Maharaj is always with us, and but in this material life he changed his soul, in body. So this is my Puspanjali to all, and thank you to God, and thank you to Maharaj, and thank you to everyone to make me being a part of this spiritual journey, because I came from very different background, and I never thought that I can be a part of this spiritual journey in future. But for blessing of everyone, I always be thankful to make me give me a good path, because from my childhood. So thank you everyone. Jai Sri Gauranga. Thank you.
Jai Ho. Thank you.
So next is you, no?
Yeah.
You're younger.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are still my choto bhai.
Yeah.
Hi.
So wow.
Haribol. Dandavad.
Suva Prabhu, Dandavad,
Yes.
Haribol.
Good to see you. Good to see
Good
you.
to see you. Haribol.
So Jai Shri Guru and Gauranga. I always believe that in special occasions where you can glorify Vaishnava, Mahabhagavats, it is our great fortune to do that. I mean, through that we receive mercy. Without mercy, we cannot progress anything, right? And yeah, we are fortunate that we are exploring spiritual life that most of the people are missing, and it's our fortune that we get association of such a great Vaishnava like my Gurudev Srila Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, like Param Gurudev Srila Narayan Maharaj, and the Guru Varga and their teaching. In the beginning, I don't realize what is going on, but I just keep receiving the knowledge, the shiksha, the feelings, the true love. That love always exists, the sambandha and everything. So now that after his leaving, when you culture this more, for some reason it's more, now that I realize that how much far I have come and how much more there is a lot to go. Yeah, it's our great fortune that we have him in our Gurukul, the classes, and you can hear the kids are speaking about this topic. Oh my God, they can just take it. I don't think in their age I was that much able to grasp, but they are fresh, they are quite new, and it's into them. And he works with the sanskar, our sanskar. In the beginning, we hear that as you get to know a sadhu by hearing the sadhu, and it works within your heart. So it does actually, in the initial stage, we may not understand that, but definitely there are some feelings that you get attracted and you want to listen more, you want to spend more time. But as the time passes, you realize that, you realize that how he has tilted your heart and sow the bhaktilata bij and nourishes it every day continuously, so that it stays a big strong impression within you. And slowly, with your practice, with our own effort and with the mercy, both combined, one can grow more. When I started his classes back in 2018-19, I heard about anartha, I heard about bhakti. I sort of know bhakti, and feelings is there. I sort of know something, but not in a deeper level. So anarthas, he would say, like when you have when you practice spiritual dharma, anarthas will be burned, and slowly you know what is bhakti. So one who is having such an association of guru under his guidance, you understand the taste of bhakti, the real prem, the real love for your guru and Radha and Krishna. Then that love is more bright and more tasty, more you can yeah, I don't find the particular word, but it's more than your anarthas. When in the initial stage you are very much attached with the sanskar you have and anarthas that you are carrying, it's not easy by yourself. You need a living guru, his blessing, so that you can go above and see, oh, okay, so these are the things I am attached to. And you sort of find a way that you can get rid of this slowly. So Srila Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja had worked on me especially, and also the kids, the students are here practicing every day, hearing his classes and discussing among ourselves after the class, or on a regular basis. We find it more enjoyment doing that, and I'm always thanking him that give this opportunity that we can practice this rather than anarthas, because he always said, like, you have to give them something so that you can take something away from them. So yeah, he worked on that, and definitely put that bhaktilata bij inside me, so that
I can grow in my spiritual life. I have very special bonding with him. I know, like, every one of us, he's there to give his unlimited, unconditional love, and we all have our own sambandha with him, relation with him. I have very sweet and loving relation with him. I don't know, like, he loved me so much. Why? He just loved me. There are numerous occasions he said, like, Subal, you have no idea how much I love you. You know, he would also appreciate very small things, small qualities, like small my action. You know, he would appreciate that, so that, like, it gave me a boost to do more better. He was appreciating my honesty, my caring, even though, like, I don't know, like, they're very small, they're simple thing, like, when you come association with the Vaishnavas, you see that, simple thing people practice day to day. So I sort of finding from the devotees, they're talking nicely, and they are talking about Radha Krishna and talking about spiritual life more than generally. So I pick up them. This is natural for me, like, whenever you find something good, you should pick it up. It's natural. But he said, like, no, this is special quality, and because you have very good sanskar, that's why you could pick them up. He said me once, we were riding the scooty, and he said to me that, we used to have a lot of conversation. Sometimes we don't have any conversation, just silent, and we enjoyed our company, and sometimes we talk so much. Like, these things, I did realize, like, how much he working on us, how much he working on me particularly. But my better realization actually came after that. I should have come before. I wished more. I wished, but okay, we are not the controllers. We can do our action, but we're not the controller. So my relation with him was very loving. He always want me to sit next to him whenever he would take prasad. If he comes to Gurukul, or if we go to his place, he would say, Subal, come here. And I was like, oh, really? Because I'm very shy, and sometimes he would make me sit next to him. I was like, I'm not that qualified, no problem, you sit here, no problem, don't worry. He has this friendly attitude that amazes. Even these girls, those who came very new to Mahārāja's class, and he all on a sudden he asked, are they devotees? And we were said, Mahārāja, Gurudev, they are quite new, and yes, they are practicing. Then he cut us and said, yes, they are devotees. Never ever think that they are not. Yes, they are devotees. Hearing that, it give us a lot of encouragement. How positive it was. And how patient he was in our class. I have no idea. I'm learning from him so much. His patience, his guidance, his firmness with politeness and loving way to teach us what exactly the right thing is, and what are, like, your, what do you call that, monoproshuto, your in monoproshuto, Gyan, not your monoprasuto gyan.
Oh, no, like not speculative.
Yeah, not speculative knowledge, but what reality is, what actually tattvas are. So yeah, and definitely he made uh, uh, us this impression. If we progress more, he would hammer one thing: never go for the path of mukti. Not our goal. Mukti is not our goal. Radha Dasham, the Krishna and Radha's lotus feet service mood is our main goal. Loving service is our main goal. So yeah, I can go more and more and on, but I'm very happy, fortunate to have his association, have his guidance. Getting Diksha from him has definitely changed my life. Yeah, that was my Pushpanjali. Vancha kalpataru Śrīpāda sindhu vacha patitānaṁ pāvanavo Krishna Rūpanara.
Thank you for sharing all that, Subal. And yeah, you're really so fortunate to had so much time in the association of Tridaṇḍī Maharaj for such a long time. And it's true, like it's really when you're in the absence of Vaishnava like Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, that's when you really begin to realize like the depth of what you received from him. You know, you start to really like, and so thank you so much for sharing that. And I forgot to introduce Subal before you spoke, but this is, for anyone who doesn't know, this is Subal. This is the brother of Dalia, who is the one who began and runs the whole Golden Avatar School. So yeah, thank you so much, Subal.
Okay.
Shyam bolva na? हाँ.
Shyam.
Shyam Mama. Mama, you're the youngest.
Yeah, no, I understand. Sorry, I kept pressing video on the thing and it wasn't working. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, no, thank you. I really don't know how to start Madhukar Prabhu after hearing all that Pushpanjali, but I'll offer something small, I guess. Yeah, I think the first thing that needs to be said is all of these offerings everyone is making to Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, you can see just from the quality and the quantity, how many classes how many of these Zoom sessions you've done, Madhukar Prabhu, you can see the depth of feeling that everyone has for Tridaṇḍī Maharaj. It's really amazing to listen to all of this. So I've been involved with the Gurukul for 13 years. So I lived in Navadvip for a while with the Gurukul, but I'm now in Australia and I just sort of help a bit from a distance. But I think Dalia's slightly older than me, so she's asked me to go first. So So my experience with Tridaṇḍī Maharaj had some of my own experiences with him, but so much of it is intertwined with the Gurukul over the years. So I wanted to offer a bit of my own experiences and his, but it's very much intertwined. My first experience of Tridaṇḍī Maharaj was on the Braj Parikrams, back when my Gurudev Srila Narayan Maharaj was around. So like all, the girls were talking about the different, the 5 principal rasas. So you have this, it was Santaras was very far away. You see Tridaṇḍī Maharaj on stage giving katha in that very beautiful baritone voice that he has, that was always so beautiful, that Gurudev got him to narrate on the Gita Govinda and those CDs that they were always distributing. But you see him on stage with Srila Gurudev and 20 other sannyasis, and it was very formal and very, I don't want to say distant, but there was not a closeness because of that formality. And it was over time that sort of breaks down when you spend time with someone. And Tridaṇḍī Maharaj was always like that. He was very approachable. He was always open to building relationships. He saw the good qualities in everybody. He was always very giving of himself. My journey with him really started through the Gurukul in 2016. So every year before COVID, we used to have these open days during Parikram, because everybody would come to Navadip for Gaurpurnima. So we would have a day where we open up, and a lot of Srila Gurudev sannyasis will come. Tridaṇḍī Maharaj was there. 2016 was, I'd seen Tridaṇḍī Maharaj before that, but 2016 was particularly poignant because that particular year we had invited Srila Bhaktivigyan Bharati Maharaj to come to the Gurukul, and that was his last year in this world. And there's a whole leela about that I won't get into, but he was to summarize, he was very ill at the time, and he'd come to Navadip from Puri, but he wasn't going to give any sort of public katha. So I think people were sort of craving to hear him, and we had asked him to come to the Gurukul to speak, and to our complete shock, he said yes. So when everybody heard and we were able to advertise, normally we'd get 50 people, we were very happy. This particular year, over 300 people came because of Bhaktivigyan Bharati Maharaj. So a lot of Srila Gurudev's sannyasis came, and 5 minutes before everything started, someone gave me a microphone and said, Sham, you MC. So I was like, oh, okay. So I was put into that situation. So I was a little nervous, but I remember introducing all the sannyasis. And I remember with Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, when I said his name, and that there was about 7 or 8 sannyasis around him. I said his name and he started going like this. I didn't know why at first. He kept going like that. And I thought it was strange. And then I saw another couple of sannyasis doing the same thing. And I looked over in the direction they were indicating, and Shamrani Didi was sitting over there. So they obviously wanted me to introduce them, but then also introduce Shamrani Didi. So that was, I always remember that. It's funny when you watch about 8 sannyasis going like that at the same time, trying to figure out what was going on. But one thing about Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, he was always very quick to compliment people. I think that he had so much experience in the Gurukuls in Australia and Vrindavan with Golden Avatar, that he knew how much of a difference it made just to speak very simply but and straight as he was, and give compliments. So I think he saw I was a little nervous. He made a point, because what would happen on these open days is the children would do some kirtans and some dramas and shloks and things, and in between we would ask the sannyasis if they wanted to speak. So he spoke right after the main drama that we did, and he made some nice comment to me that I was doing a good job, which was nice for me to hear. I needed to hear it. But then I remember he was talking about the drama, and suddenly he spoke very strongly, and he was saying to everybody, can you not see how much the children, they really understand what they are performing? It's not just some sort of empty performance. He could see the depth of the children and how much they were endeavoring in there, but how much also they understood the tattva that they were performing the drama on. And he spoke so strongly on this point. Tridaṇḍī Maharaj had that beautiful baritone voice, but he spoke quite softly, but there were times where he would speak quite heavily and strongly. And you could see, and it was more of he wanted people to really understand. It wasn't yelling or anything, but it was, really wanted to endeavor and understand this point. And I thought, oh, he understands the children. It was a thought that I immediately had. This was 10 years ago. You could see that he could really understand where the children were coming from, and he could see the qualities of this children that we're seeing here today. We saw him a lot more, obviously, once he moved to Godrum, and the children spent a lot of time with him there. And then also, like some of the stories that were starting to help him, and he would connect with the children twice a week. So once a week he'd give a class in Jaiva Dharma, and then once a week he'd give a class in Srimad Bhagavatam. A bit like today, he would speak somewhat, and then the children he would encourage the children to speak. So you can see here, like, none of these children, English is their first language, but they're all speaking at a very young age in English, which is not native to them, so nicely. That was from Tridaṇḍī Maharaj. Even when they first came, they would speak in Bengali, and he would encourage them, but then to speak, but then he would also encourage them to speak in English also. So you can see from today how much Tridaṇḍī Maharaj actually helped build the children up to speak the katha that they are speaking. Personally, one of my favorite Hari Kathas ever was actually from Tridaṇḍī Maharaj. During Kartik, he would do the daily, this is, I guess, post-COVID when we started using a lot more Zoom, but he would do daily katha. And I just remember that I think it was the first class that he ever did that I tuned into, because Tridaṇḍī Maharaj always loved Brajman. He was always so talking. Even if you go into his Bhajan Kutir, last time we went, it's all pictures of Radha Krishna's Braj pastimes. He was so fixated on, but I think for a period of time he hadn't had a chance to speak the Katha on Vrindavan. So this particular class, his first class, I think just everything that he had in him, it was almost like popping a bottle, you know, like a soft drink bottle, everything just fizzed out. It was just coming out of him so much. And I remember I called him afterwards and said, Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, that was so amazing. But Tridaṇḍī Maharaj was always so humble. I don't think so I think when you have the qualities that he had, I don't think that you sort of understand it, but because it's coming out of you, you're giving that to everybody else, you know? And he always had he was always fixed on that Braj mood. Even a lot of the children, I always found it, because more than half of the children today, I'd say the majority of the children have initiation from him, whether that's Harinam or Diksha. And he gave them all initiated names, but they're all Braj names, which I always found funny because the children are in Navadvip, but he gave them very, very Braj type names, which is always so beautiful. And I remember personally, my wife and I would go, when we would go to Gopurnima every year for the Parakam and also to see the children, but we would always make a trip to Braj. Once Tridaṇḍī Maharaj started staying there, we would make a trip to Braj to go see him. And there's probably a couple of those discussions that were quite important for us. There was one year we went and Tridaṇḍī Maharaj and I had to have a very heavy conversation. And we both didn't speak to each other that it was going to be heavy, but we knew that the discussion that we had to have was going to be heavy. So Tridaṇḍī Maharaj had the idea to walk down to Radhakund and have the discussion there. So we sat, himself, myself, and my wife on the steps of Radhakund and had this quite intense, heavy discussion. But it was always in Tridaṇḍī Maharaj's style, where he spoke strongly but sweetly and straight to the point. And by the end of the discussion, I don't know what protocol I broke, but I had this feeling when he said, Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, I'm so sorry to ask, can I give you a hug? And he said, yes, of course. And we hugged on the steps of Radhakund. I never, anyone in Saffron I generally don't touch, but Tridaṇḍī Maharaj was the exception. It was just because of that mood he had when he spoke. I just felt that I wanted to do it, but I had to ask, obviously. But he was always so gracious, Tridaṇḍī Maharaj. And he loved the children so much. Every time that we met and we spoke, most of the conversation was about the children and about how they were growing. And he knew them all so intensely. It wasn't just a general chit chat about how's the school going. It was really this child and where they are, this child and where they are. How is this situation going with this particular child? He knew so much about all of them. And there was at least, because the children would change all the time as well. Children will come and go. There's the nature of a Gurukul. But whoever he was teaching, and what the Gurukul does, what these children do is they will take the classes from Tridaṇḍī Maharaj during the week. And then on the weekends, they go and teach the younger children. So they have to know what is being taught for them to be able to pass it on. So the children that he was teaching, which were more, like you can see here, the older ones, 16, 17, the youngest are about, Devapan that spoke first, he's probably the youngest. But they have to go teach those children. But the older children he knew so well. And he knew them intimately as well. And a lot of them were his disciples. So in that sense, it was obvious. But the depth of which he knew each of the individual stories was quite amazing. Particularly if you have, I found with Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, if I talked about other things, he might forget from time to time. I think particularly towards the end of his life, he would occasionally forget things, but never the children. He never forgot about the children. My wife and I this year went to see Tridaṇḍī Maharaj. We had a plan actually to go on the 20th. So we were supposed to land on the 20th and stay for 3 or 4 days. And I'd messaged Maharaj a couple of weeks before and he said, yes, this is fine. The place Maharaj was staying had several rooms. So he was saying, just contact me a week before and I'll make the arrangements, no problem at all. But my wife and I, we started getting we got a bit agitated. Some of the Gurukul Seva we'd done was finished and we were both not well. There was a virus going through, and as much as we've spoken very well about the Gurukul, and the Gurukul was amazing, because all the children come from different houses, if someone gets sick, everybody gets sick. So we must have caught whatever was going on at the time. So we made a decision to leave Navadvip a little early, which was very difficult for us. And we went to actually see Maharaj on the 14th. So we spent the day with him on the 14th, I think it was of March, which was our last day there. I know you've had Nemi Maharaj speaking in here, and he spoke about it because Nemi Maharaj was there as well. So we actually went and met him on the 14th and spent the day with him. I think there's a Pradumnya Prabhu as well was there. And that was a really wonderful discussion. As soon as we walked into his Bhajan Kutia, you could see, you just felt that Braj mood was there. Like, it was all Srila Gurudev's pictures, and everything up was so amazing. And there was a few things that had happened. My wife had always wanted, she printed out on little A5 pieces of paper the map of Braj. And Tridaṇḍī Maharaj had these big posters, like big A3 size posters. And so we commented on it. He said, "Oh, do you want some?" And so he gave us these Braj posters that I just arrived back in Australia last night. So I haven't put it up on our wall yet, but it'll go up shortly. And also, one thing he really emphasized was he had copies of Krishna book and Bhagavad Gita, the first edition Srila Prabhupada books. And so he was telling us very strongly, you must always go to the source. You must always go to the source. You know, we know with, obviously, you know, politics aside, there have been changes from the original sort of Prabhupada source material to what is presented today in the newer editions for whatever reasons. But Tridaṇḍī Maharaj was emphasizing, go back to the original. So it was these first edition Krishna book and Bhagavad Gita that he'd given us. And then when we'd traveled through Vrindavan back to Singapore, and then when we heard the news, we were thinking we heard the news as we were supposed to be traveling to Vrindavan to see him when we heard the news. So it was quite a shock, because he was so alert. He was so energetic the last time we saw him, which was, I think, less than a week before he left his body, and he was starting a new fast. Tridaṇḍī Maharaj was always doing different fasts. It was a rice and ghee fast, I think it was. So it was just it was an incredible experience to have at the time, but even now more so that we know what has happened, obviously, since then. And it's amazing with Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, I guess, just in terms of just reflecting and thinking of some of the things I learned. It's for someone that spent the last 10, 15 years of his life trying to really isolate himself, really live that sannyas style, he still touched so many people. So many people had these amazing experiences with him. Obviously, he did a lot of the Zoom classes and had devotees, but you see that depth of feeling it. And to me, it's amazing, given that he was genuinely living that sannyas lifestyle in a way he's isolating himself and going into his chanting and his kirtan. There's a lot of stories I'm hearing about Maharaj since he left. And you think back to Srila Prabhupada's time. Srila Prabhupada in his first New York temple had a sign above the sink where the devotees would wash their hands. And so I had a list of 4 things that people should follow. So it was health, then chanting, then service, then reading. And Tridaṇḍī Maharaj was so strong on his chanting. He did it very privately. I don't think that a lot of people saw, but he was chanting a lakh a day. And you could see how that kept him grounded. You could see how it kept him strong to do the service, the level of service that he did for someone that physically was having heart issues in his last years. It was absolutely amazing. And Maharaj kept things so simple as well. You know, simplicity is the essence of Vaishnavism, and it's very easy for me to come here and say it, but Maharaj lived that. He kept things very simple. He never complicated things. One thing about Tridaṇḍī Maharaj as well, sometimes, you know, devotees can have some misunderstanding, or someone says something and someone misunderstands. I heard so many stories. If anyone went to Maharaj and said, Maharaj, this particular thing that happened, you know, I felt like this. First thing Maharaj would say, I'm sorry. You would always hear it from Maharaj. I'm so sorry that happened. Devotees can often butt heads because we don't want to be the person that upsets someone else. With Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, as soon as he felt that someone was even in a small way upset because of him, he would immediately apologize. He kept him, in that sense, he's keeping himself accountable, and he's helping that other person, I guess heal is the word that comes to mind, but it made him stronger because he took accountability for anything. And I don't know if Maharaj, I can't imagine Maharaj agreed with everything that everybody said if someone was giving him feedback, but he was always accountable for it, which was absolutely amazing from him. And he always, particularly with the children, was very quick to I said it a bit before, but he was always very quick to compliment them. So when they gave guitar, he would always tell them, you know, I always remember him saying, good, very good. It was always how he would start, but he always made a point of referring, you know, Gaurangi, you said this today, or, you know, Subha, you said this today. Specifically what he thought was good. He was always really encouraging really encouraging to the children of the Gurukul. And for all of his, the knowledge and what he was realizing in the last years of his life, he always remained very accessible and relatable as well, Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja. He was always available for anybody that needed him, no matter the imposition of him in terms of time. And you can genuinely see that, and like I said, in the way that people have reacted to him leaving his body, you can absolutely see why that is the case. So thank you for my time. Thank
you, Shamprabhu. That was really nice. And yeah, it's a completely different thing when you're explaining the philosophy in a different language, like all this tattva siddhanta, all this, but Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja made it possible even for the kids to be able to explain, complex philosophy and everything in English, not in their mother tongue. That's like quite an amazing thing. So yeah, he had such a huge impact on everybody. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
And last but not least, Dalia, who is the very heart of the whole school, the very, yeah, thank you so much for, all of this. And when did you begin when did you open the Golden Avatar School? This was during Gurudev's time, wasn't it? Like 2000, what year was it?
2009. 2009.
Wow, how many years is that now? Is that like, what is it, 17 years? I'm not good at math, but how many years? Wow.
16,
Amazing.
17 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's really my opportunity today to talk to all of the devotees who are present here and all of the school kids. They are so happy to be here today and sharing their heart. And of course, in this beautiful, beautiful, occasion and this moment, I love to share something that, person like me also learned from Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga. I will start from a beautiful slok in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, chapter 1, 58 slok. It says, Jiber Shakhat nahi tate Guru Chaitya Rupe, Shikha Guru hoy Krishna Mahanto Swarupe. The meaning of the slok is, we are all conditional soul. The conditional soul cannot, see Bhagavan directly. But when a conditional soul sincerely, faithfully praying for his service, Bhagavan sent a Shiksha Guru. It's your Chaitya Guru. It's give all the knowledge that your Guru give. I met really Gurudev at his, in 2004, I met him. And then that time I had, always caught up with some issues, problems. And then I got, fortunately, some opportunity in 2009 to take initiation after establishing the Gurukul. It's like Gurudev called me. But after Gurudev leave, it was a very dark and silent time for me, because when Gurudev leave, I have no knowledge, who I am, what I am doing in Gurukul. He said, you run the Gurukul. When I first met Gurudev with 26 kids, I say, Gurudev, this is your Gurukul. And I thought he will guide me and send some sannyasi to manage it. And then Gurudev said, no, you manage it. And I was like, I don't know anything. And then he said, you will learn. And then I asked Gurudev one day how I will learn, how I will see everything. He said, keep your vision broad, and who have adhikar will come and teach you. And after a long time praying, as the person who know me before, it's very difficult for somebody come to me and teach me. because I'm very stubborn person. It's very difficult someone to come and love me because no one can hug the fire, hold the fire in hand. So I know who I am, you know. It's very difficult for me to, learn something. But then when I meet first time Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, he called me to see Sandipani Muni school and have an idea what Golden Avatar Gurukul should be. So he took me to Vrindavan. He gave us a tour to a whole Sandipani Muni school. He arranged everything. And then in evening, I meet with him after visiting the school project and everything. He said, so now you have your vision. And then I write down some points, how it should be. Then immediately he said, you cannot copy. So I go to take visit and immediately he said, you cannot copy. You don't have to make as it is. You have to follow your Gurudev's mood. It was a very confusing answer for me and confusing. And then we started conversation and I tell him, I have so much anarthas in me. And I said, like, I am very angry person, fiery person. And I try to say like, how negative quality I have. So he know my bad quality. So he said, straight away looking at my eyes and say, fire, anger is a fire. It's good. You need to channel it. And then again, I am confused, very, very confused how I'm going to do that. Whole my journey, when I come back from Vrindavan, I was thinking and praying, how I will do channel my anger and use it for good thing, create. He said, anger is good. It create a fire, and it's creation, it's passion, it's creation. Then I was like, okay, but how I do, I don't know. I have no way. My Gurudev can guide me. I would listen to him, but he is not there. Whole my, journey, I was praying, I need someone like Tridaṇḍī Maharaj who can guide me. I accepted, my heart accepted, his teaching in the beginning day. I love the way he says, he don't want to me copy. He want the Gurudev's mood to be there in the Gurukul kids. And what was our Gurudev mood? Very simple, very loving, very accepting, very caring towards every entity, everything in this dham. He loved all the dhambasis, even they are who they are, how they are. I always saw a lot of people when Gurudev come and visit, a lot of people, it's like celebrity come to Navadvip. It's amazing. And in those lot of people, I am fortunate only that get his education. Gurudev for me is whole galaxy, is the moon, sunshine, is the whole galaxy. All his sannyasis, all his devotees are the star. And Tridaṇḍī Maharaj is that moonlight, staying always with Gurukul. His education is the light, always brightening these Gurukul kids, whoever will come, whoever will go, whoever will never know and come and see Gurudev, Tridaṇḍī Maharaj there. And in the kids, reflecting the brightness, the moonbeam, the educational light, everybody will know and learn from, Golden Avatar Gurukul kids. Whenever he teaching the kids, he say, I'm not teaching you to make you student. You're going to be teacher. I am creating here teacher. He is boosting our, confidence so much. That is why I can talk to you today and say something about little bit, Shastra, that when he come to Navadvip, my prayer come true. I used to say all my associate, like I pray so much, and Gurudev here, Gurudev is here, and now Tridaṇḍī Maharaj is here. We are most fortunate the time he was here, right, Madhukar? In a blink of eyes, we can go see him. There was one time he was telling in the class, I would jump to Ganga and go and having prasad at your place in your hand. I finished the class, whatever I make, simple, I made very simple prasad, and I immediately sent with Shubal and to him the prasad, and he was surprised. And I say, if you can come jump in your, imagination, it is reality for me to your calling. If I don't go, my brother can go. There is messenger, and he is there with prasad, and Maharaj was like, I was thinking not cooking today. He was not cooking, and I even don't, say to him like I'm gonna send the prasad, because he inspired me in the class. He said that I would jump into Ganga, swim across the Ganga, and take your prasad. That was the greatest honor. That was the greatest honor. The day we live in here, Surabhikunj, he was here to be too close with all of us here. And when he went to Radhakund, the last day before he come to visit Gurukul. He that day spent like 3 hours with the kids and teaching lot of, especially Damodar Ashtakam in the harmonium and everything. I saw him and I say, Maharaj, you're going to Radhakund? And he say, yes. And I say, Maharaj, this is my last visit to you. I maybe not see you in material body again. Maharaj say, no. We will see. We will see. You will come to Radhakund. You will come to Vrindavan. So the last class before, in 28th March, the last Bhagavatam class I have with him, is like, Dalia, when you are planning to come, when you will come, and it is my sanskar. I argue with him. I was like, when you gonna come? And Maharaj is like, no, if you don't come, I will not come. It is in recording, I will not come. Then he sent me message, I will come in 9th of April, but I would love before that you come and you bring the kids, see the, Radhakund and everything, take them to Parikrama, this place. He even guiding me in a list, like where I should take the kids and all. The day I hear that he's not here, we are all arranging, because 25 of us like to go to see him. He was arranging for 25 kids, everything. The day when I hear, I couldn't stop. Sham knows, everybody who knows me, they knows like I cannot be in Navadvip. I have to go. His last instruction for me, come. When you come. But I go when he was not physically, but I know he was very happy. The day devotees collect his ashes, I was there. All this time I was closing my eyes and I can, his feet step, His last message, he told me somehow, eventually I will come to you. He does. Any form, in the form of flower. He lives in us, in our tears, in our joy, in our sadness, in our love. He is here with us in our every breathing. I cannot think my Gurudev, it's not here. I cannot think Tridaṇḍī Maharaj, it's not here. I cannot. It's beyond. He is here even today, in our heart. He is even here today in our joy, in our sadness, because he was the person of connecting with everything, everybody. Always. His communication skill was excellent. Madhukar, you can imagine, he communicated to my heart. You know me. It is very difficult, right? But he always, take care like Brajaraj is saying, he was the banyan tree. He was not, he is. A lot of, this Gurukul is my Gurudev's garden, I used to say, Maharaj. This is Gurudev's garden, Maharaj. We have lots of flower, Chandramallika, rose, dahlia, and you are the banyan tree. And he always say, I will be there for you always. Banyan tree is there. And lot of birds and everything, So Gurudev gave me a role of a gardener, creating garden for him where he can walk freely with his mood. I understand that because of Tridaṇḍī Maharaj. He gave me the vision that day. I don't want you to copy. I want to be seeing Gurudev mood. And what is Gurudev mood? He taught me. He teach me. He will keep teaching me. Our life is a journey of education. Our life is full of, ignorance. But when these bright educations are coming, these things are minor. It will go automatically. And if there is anybody have doubt, just look at me. Should not have doubt. If I can become a mother, a devotee, a gardener for the Dhambasi kids, anybody can become a devotee. That's what he said, everybody is devotee. He only not said, he create the devotees. He create everybody, bring us together. And today's class is the example of that. Today we are here. We are not supposed to cry. We are supposed to be happy because eternally he will be with us. Now we don't have to share each and every individual because he is none other than Krishna. We can have him as Krishna, individually, one of us. This is the time, this is the occasion when we share his heart, his love, his word, his education. I am not so knowledgeable. Knowledgeable people can share the knowledge. Heart people can share the education of heart. So everything sharing, and it's became more and more and more, and we are all connected. And this is the unity. This is he wants in us. This is what we can do right now to be connected, to glorify our Gurudev, Guru Varga. They are teaching. Maharaj, that what he wanted. He was very simple. He never I want a temple. I want, so many sannyasis, they like to have temple, this, that. You know how he was. It was never his goal. Never his goal. His goal is like creating a temple in every devotee's heart. Creating Vrindavan. He gave Vrindavan to us. He gave, he is there to clean our heart and manifesting Vrindavan, Radhakund, Govardhan, Varsana, Radharani's lotus feet in our heart. And he being like Krishna, we can hold him and be with him. And he is for all of us. That's the beauty. That's the manifestation he completely does. When he leaves this meditation time, I would say, the other day, in Friday, it was Baladev Ras Jatra day. And I called all the kids to give some, Shraddhanjali in the Ganges, because he told his last desire, like, to go to Ganges. He told me there was one incident, he was very sick. We take him to hospital on the way. He said, Dalia, if anything happened to me, promise, I will not die in hospital. You don't take me to hospital. I will go to Ganga, you cremate me and send me in Ganga, give me in Ganga. Subal, you will do that. The day, it was very heavy day. Nothing happened, fortunately, that day. And after that, he decided immediately give Diksha to, well, he was in Radhakund and everything done in Jamuna. It's none other than Ganga, you know, it's also very beautiful. But I decided to bring the kids to give some Shraddhanjali and give, like he always say, 108 is auspicious number. So we have like 108 ghee lamb floating to Ganges and pray for him and doing the arati on his name, so that it's none other than his flower or anything is coming to here. It's none other than him, you know. So that is how we fulfill his desire. And I just give a news like, okay, we are going to give Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja's access to Ganga. You would not believe, Madhukar, we have like 150 kids now, you know, 102 kids and then elders for yoga classes, the mothers coming for this kid, teaching them chanting, kirtan, you know, the mothers in Dol Govindapur, Shrirampur place, like the mothers are coming. So total is like, including the mother, 150 devotees, you know. I was arranging 108 lamb. When I was in the ghat, I saw from Toto, this side, 250 people came. Later on, I will share, you know, these videos in Gurukul YouTube, and 250 people come for his departure. It's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable. All the parents, all their grandparents, you know, Raganuga's grandparent came, grandmother, and say, Raganuga taught us how to follow Ekadashi perfectly. Raganuga taught us how to offering. Why should not I come? This is Raganuga's Gurudev's, you know, Shraddhanjali day. I was like, wow, yes, please. Yes, please. There was the mercy. That was the love. Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja, Raganuga's grandmother never saw Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja. And that was the Gurudev's aura. That was the Gurudev's light Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja was carrying. I mean, he's carrying, he's there, he's here, he's here. He's in your heart. He created Vrindavan in all of the heart here. We are staying together, nourishing all this culture, all these values, giving to the kids and uplifting their growth in spiritual life as well as in material life, because somehow they have to face also those things. So there is a beautiful balance. Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja teach me how to, you know, create a beautiful balance in their life, in also me. Yeah. Vancha kalpatarubhescha kripa sindhuve vacha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Madhukar, you are mute. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wow, that was so beautiful. And I remember actually, like, and the Gurukul is always very nice. Like, it's very nice. But it was when Tridaṇḍī Maharaj started getting involved and teaching Srimad Bhagavatam, and I remember there's like a whole like you're mentioning, there's like a light, you know, but I really felt like the whole atmosphere and the whole Gurukul all of a sudden became so much like, yeah, so much brighter, and he had such a massive impact on everyone there. And I'm wondering, like, how many, like, before, how many, he was giving like a couple classes, like when he was there in Radhakund. I know before he was going in person many times, but like when he was there in Radhakund, he was giving like a couple classes a week, was it?
Two classes.
2 classes
Saturday
a week.
and Wednesday, yes.
And I know there's nobody to replace Tridaṇḍī Maharaj in any way, like that's not possible, but I'm wondering, like, it might be nice if we could see somehow, like, some devotees, maybe like Ashram Maharaj and Tapasvi Maharaj or somebody, like, so that somehow something can continue weekly. I think Tridaṇḍī Maharaj would be really happy for that.
Yeah, probably there are devotees who have come forward and offered seva. But anyone who wants, like the Golden Avatar, Gurukul, anybody that wants to make some connection, anybody that wants to share in this, we're more than happy to contact them. Anyone, Madhukar Prabhu has our details, so if anyone needs those details, please reach out to him. Yeah.
And what's the best way to like what's the best way to connect to the Golden Avatar? Is it on like Facebook maybe, like for people to follow what's happening?
Good question for Gaurangi. Gaurangi runs a lot of the social media.
Okay.
Facebook,
Facebook is there, Instagram is there. Yeah.
Yeah. Instagram, YouTube, all of it. It's there. Yes.
So you just go
like
to Facebook and YouTube and you just type in Golden Avatar School and it will come up?
Golden Avatar Gurukul. And
Okay, Golden Avatar Gurukul.
yes, for Instagram it's all together. And Facebook Golden Avatar Gurukul. And then in YouTube is also Golden Avatar Gurukul, like separate. Yeah.
You can send the link of YouTube to Madhukar.
Yes, I can send so you can have.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I'll put it in the video also. So then you can look at the video description and then you can find the links. I'll put all the links for all the social media. Great, wonderful, so wonderful. Gaurangi, could you just one last time like mention the names of everyone who spoke today?
Oh yes. So first Devarpan spoke. He's the youngest. He's in grade 3 and 9 years old now. And then Angika spoke. Angika, she's in grade 11 or grade 12, now getting in grade 12. She's about 15, 14, 15, 16. I'm a year behind. 16 years old. And after Angika, Swastika also spoke. They're in the same grade, same age. And Swastika, then Polly spoke. Polly also, she's in the same grade. And then Manmita, who's also studying in the same grade. And then Raganuga, also in the same grade. And then Sumangal, who's now in college, second year, college second year, Sumangal. And then I spoke. And then Aditya Gaura spoke. He has completed his course, his college, Aditya Gaura. He and I are about the same age. After Aditya Gaur, Dharmaraj spoke. And Dharmaraj is also a bit older. And Vrajaraj spoke. Vrajaraj is also a few years older than me. Vrajaraj, and then who was after that? And then Subal, of course, Subal, Sham Mama, and my mom. Yes. Dalia Didi.
Okay, wow, thank you. Yeah, and if you ever plan on ever doing any presentation or any kind of online thing or whatever, let me know and I'll be happy to share also like
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really great. Yeah. Of course.
This is like so inspiring and just really, really wonderful. So it'd be nice if there's more opportunities like that. All right. Thank you so much.
It is wonderful. It's like we spend such a beautiful time together. Yes. So much of him coming from everyone. It's amazing.
And do you still plan? You're planning a trip to Radhakund. I wonder if like still in the future, like you think that might happen?
Yes.
Yeah.
We went to Radhakund. Right after he left his body, immediately that day we went. And we were there and we did some of the ceremony, little bit, whatever they do, whatever we could in that moment. And we did the parikrama like he wanted us. And we had taken the kids on video call, that the ones that weren't able to come because it was such a quick trip. And so we just came really quickly. And but we had them on video call and we were like, okay, this place is this, and this is the greatness. And we were like sharing the stories and we were just all together. And yes, but we definitely are planning to have a trip with the kids in person. And
that's amazing how you're able to make it there so quickly like that.
Yes, it was like very quickly. We were like immediately booked the quickest flights that we could, and then we just went there. Yes, it was very sudden. Very sudden. We took debt from different persons so we can just go there. So it was really quickly that we went, but at least we were able to do something of his final rite. Something we were able to do. There was this ceremony after in the next day that you have to put water after the cremation. So this was done in the next day. We also did like circumambulation, circulating him. And we had to do this ceremony where you have to feed kheer give kheer in the area that it was the body was burnt. So we gave kheer, that's like an offering from us to him. And so everybody, all the devotees present at that time, we did that ceremony, and we at least we were there for something. So that is really my fortune.
Jai.
Our
Sorry, Tridaṇḍī Maharaj has those books. He's done a little book on Navadvip Parikram and a little one like this size on Radhakund. So I know that when we were going around on the 14th, we took the books with us. So I just advise anybody, like we've been obviously to those places before, but next time you go, take the little books from Tridaṇḍī Maharaj and just read them as you go. It just made such a difference to our experience of doing it.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you. All right, so we will end our program here. But yeah, this is such a extra special program, and I'm very grateful that you all gave so much time also. And thank you.
That's our pleasure.
Yes.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah.
It's our yes. Yes.
Thank you, Madhukar Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. So I always end the programs with a short Mahamantra and short Jaidwani, and then we'll conclude for today. But thank you. Hari-ul. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai, Jai Shri Gurudev Ki Jai, Jai Shri Param Gurudev Ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Rupano Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai, Swapar Shaji Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopigan Ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Jai. Our dear Śrīpāda Bhaktivedanta Tridaṇḍī Maharaj ki Jai. Jai. The Golden Avatar School ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Dandavat pranams.
Dandavat.
Yes, Dandavat to everybody there, especially Dalia, Suval, Gorangi, and all the students there. Dandavat pranams. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. And also to Sham Prabhu. And Hari Bol. And Shambhavu, Hari Bol, Dandavat. And to Shambhavu, Rasamanjali Didi, and then many devotees on YouTube and Facebook today. I just see the names of people who wrote comments, but I see Raseshwari Mataji is there, Hari Jagannath Prabhu, Ganga Mataji, Ananga Priya Didi, Dasharath Nanda Prabhu, Raj Kishori Mataji, Kishore Kumar Prabhu, Vidyalala Didi, Vishaka Didi, Nicola Wagner. My father is there. And he says, yeah, my father is Shabde Prabhu is there, and my mother, I'm guessing Nishchinta Didi, my mother is there, and Tarulata Didi. And so many nice comments also. So much appreciation. Krishna Premavati Didi. And also all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jai Devi, Krishna Ballava Didi, Ananda Pradayani, Anuradha Mataji, Vrinda Didi, and Madan Gopal Prabhu, and Krishna Mai Didi, and so many other devotees. Thank you so much for joining. And yeah, look
Thank
forward to our next program. And Jai.
Jai,
Oh, and I
Hari
see
Bol.
Damayanti. Dandavat pranams, Damayanti Didi. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. All right, thank you. Hari Bol.
Thank
I know
you.
this is a
Thank you.
weekend for you also, so you took out time on the weekends to join this
Oh, we
program.
have
Thank you.
classes either way this time.
No,
The
today we will
weekend.
have Biraha Mahotsav.
Yes, we have Bira Mahotsav today, but
Yeah.
generally, even during this time, even weekends, everybody is here.
Today
Yeah.
we had like feast for like 250 people. Everybody will join for
Yes.
Tridaṇḍī Mahārāja's Bihar Mahotsav. In the evening, we will have like assembly because morning now there are exams going on. A lot of kids cannot be present. So in the evening, we will do the program after their school finish. And the 250 people who were in the Ganga, they are gonna all have prasad and yeah.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. Amazing.
We have a beautiful compact day today, dedicated completely for
Yes.
Maharaj and whole our life.
Jai.
Whole our
Wow, so this
And
is exam time. It's
Yes,
so amazing that all these students are still able to join even during exam time.
Yeah.
This group, they don't have today exam.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how they make it work, Prabhu. Some of the things these kids go through, yeah, it's pretty inspiring. It's me to shame.
All right, thank you so much. Dandavat pranams and
Thank you.
Jai Ho.
Dandavat, dandavat. Hare Krishna.